Hi, I'm Liz, and today we're going to make a gluten-free strawberry shortcake in a mug, which is awesome because it can go in the microwave. And I'll go over the ingredients first so you know what we need. The first item is 1 cup of gluten-free flour. You could use, if you're not gluten-free, you can use regular wheat flour. That's perfectly fine. But if you are gluten-free, I have 1 cup of, it's a mix of starches and flours. And if you don't have xanthan gum in your flour mixture, you're going to want to add approximately 1/8 of a teaspoon of xanthan gum to your gluten-free flour mix. But if it has it in there like I do, you're all set to go. We also need 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And then we need 1/2 cup sugar, 1/4 cup of butter or 1/2 stick, 1 egg, tablespoon of milk, and 1/8 of a teaspoon of vinegar, which you probably can't even see in the camera, but it's there. And then of course, for strawberry shortcake, we need about 1.5 cups of whole strawberries, and then 1 cup of our Nutorious Ooh La La Original Nut Mix. Then, this is an optional part for you, but I have 1 cup of whipping cream and 1 tablespoon of powdered sugar. And I'm going to make just a whipped topping. You could do ice cream or ready whip, whichever is easier for you. So let's get started. Okay, and we're back. And what I'm going to do is just cream my butter and my sugar so it's nice and consistent. And it's easier to do when you have soft butter. If it's hard, I nuke it in the microwave for just a few seconds, just until it's easier to mix in with the sugar. So that's about the consistency we want. That's nicely mixed in. I'm going to add the beaten egg. There we go. I'm going to cream that all together until it's nice and consistent. I feel like I'm making cookies or something. Okay, and then I'm going to just set this aside. Put that right there. Then I have all my dry ingredients, which is the gluten-free flour, xanthan gum if you need it, baking soda, baking powder, or salt. I just stick that all together. Then I have my soured milk, which was the tablespoon of milk and the 1/8 of a teaspoon of vinegar. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a little bit of flour, kind of get it started into the egg and butter mixture. And then we're going to add the milk and then add the rest of the flour. I don't know if there's really any rule of thumb on what order you put in the dry ingredients and the milk, but this seems to work for me pretty good. So put sour milk in there. And mix that up now. You know, if you don't have vinegar and you happen to have buttermilk, it's usually the other way around for me. You can use buttermilk instead. But I don't usually have buttermilk, so the vinegar and milk works good for me. And do more flour. Takes a little bit. And this will probably make at least 4 mug cakes. If you want to make 1 or 2, and just divide the ingredients up. I know it's hard to split an egg up, but you can always divide an egg up if you want to. And then we'll do the rest of the flour. The first mug cake I ever made was a recipe my uncle sent me, and I thought, no way. I've been playing with them ever since. And it's just kind of fun because then there isn't all the leftovers that can kind of hang around for a while. But for our family, the mug mug cakes work out really nice. Especially if you have a birthday party or something and you have someone who's allergic. You find a mug cake recipe that fits that person's needs, and then you don't have to accommodate the whole cake for that person. Sometimes kids just kind of feel special that way. All right. So I have my batter all mixed up here. Okay, and then put that aside. I'm going to mash up my strawberries. I'm just using a potato masher. You can use a fork. Whatever's easier for you. And you know, you can mash them as much as you want, make them more coarse. Probably if you wanted to and you didn't have fresh strawberries, you could probably just use jam. But I like the fresh fruit when it's available. Okay, that's all I want to do with it. So they're kind of chunky and juicy. And now we're going to chop up our Ooh La La original nuts. I have about a cup here. Again, you can make it as fine or as coarse as you want. I like a lot of texture. I'm going to leave larger chunks in there. This is one of those nut mixes that it really is addicting, and I don't know what it is about it. It's the perfect blend of salty, sweet. I don't know. It's just really good. I got the nuts, so I don't feel totally guilty eating it. My kids love it. And it's gluten-free, which is a bonus. All right. That'll do it for me. And then, like I said, you can probably get 4 large mug cakes out of this. If you have smaller mugs, you probably get more than that. But I have some large mugs. And what I'm going to do, and they're greased. You have to have a greased one, otherwise you're going to regret it later when you have to wash dishes. So I'm going to take the batter first and put that into my greased mug. Kind of a good scoop here. Kind of make sure it's kind of evenly on the bottom. And then I'm going to get the strawberries, which I need a spoon for. Scoop in there. And then another spoon for the Nutorious Ooh La La right over the top. Spread it out evenly. And another spoon of this. I just do 2 layers, and I know these cups look huge, but don't fill them to the top. Just with baking, it's nice to have a little extra room at the top because it does expand a little bit. Okay. And I'm going to put some more of this in here. There we go. Okay. So now I'm ready to put it in the microwave. I put it on high for, it'll vary between the microwave and microwave, but I probably would say I'm going to check it at 2.5 minutes. It might take 3 minutes. Put it in here. And then while we're doing that, I'm going to make a whipped topping. I have a cup of whipped cream, whipping cream, and a tablespoon of powdered sugar. You might not want it as sweet, you might want it sweeter. You get to decide that with my hand blender, which I love. Things like this. I'm just take me too long. want to do it too long, you'll end up with sweet butter. There we are. And we have another minute before our mug cake should be all set, and then we can show you what it looks like. Okay, so 2.5 minutes, it should be ready. Again, depending on your microwave, it might be a little bit less, maybe a little longer. I've had them in as long as 3 minutes. So it is done. It's nice and set. You can tell there's no soupy sections in the mug cake. So now what we'll do is we'll top it off with some whipped cream. Again, you can use ice cream, Ready Whip, whatever you have available. Make it your way. I'm going to put some more of the Nutorious nut crunch over the top. And then one of my favorite things to do is fanning out the strawberries. I'm taking the strawberry stem down. I'm going to slice it not quite to the stem, just so it sticks together. Just kind of a fun little garnish. Adds a lot of effort. And there we go. Fan it out like that, and stick it right up on top. And now I'm ready to try. My favorite part is eating, but I don't really enjoy eating in front of the camera so much, so forgive me. It's really good. Again, it seems like a lot of ingredients, but it's usually stuff that we have around the house and pretty quick. And the kids like it. I enjoy it, especially if I need a movie and a treat. So I hope you would try it, and I hope you enjoy it.